And we have our next guest in studio, Sarika. Welcome, Sarika. How are you doing?
Well, thanks, Keri. Thank you for having me.
Sarika's in the catering business, so welcome to Underground Radio. It's very exciting to have you here.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here with you guys today.
So, what inspired you to get involved within the catering business?
Let's see. I was your classic 9 to 5 white collar worker.
Mm-hmm.
I thereafter wanted to spend a little more time with my young family,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a niche in the market for catering, and I took the leap, and that is how it started. It was all but a feeling and a good gut feeling, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Always trust your gut.
Correct. 200%. Always trust your gut.
So, can you tell me about some of the drawbacks and the the issues that come with power cuts during food preparation?
There are various issues that arise when there are power cuts, especially during food prep. So during food prep, we heavily reliant on electricity.
Yeah.
In terms of our machinery, temperature control, um, it's it's a very it's a very meticulous time, food prep, because food prep either makes your meals or breaks your meals.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, it's very meticulous at that time, and the the problems that we faced were we didn't have enough machinery. The machinery wouldn't work like your standard grater. Your Kenwood chefs. Am I allowed to say those things? Your Kenwood chefs. Your Kenwood chefs wouldn't work. So you've got to go back to basics and you've got to start grating manually. Or you'd have a cake in the oven and the oven would go off. You know?
So it's time and also possibly money lost because you have a deadline for a client and you can't deliver at a particular time.
Correct. 200%. There's a tremendous amount of wastage due to soiled products. Yes, wastage. I mean, you'd have ingredients that would be wasted. Time, and I think in every industry, time is money. And it's a matter of just a whole lot of wastage. So
it must be incredibly frustrating, and also, yeah, having something in the oven and the oven going off, I think.
Correct. Correct. You can imagine that cake flopping down the center opposed to rising up.
Yeah, I think majority of us have experienced that probably in our homes, but on a business scale, that must be very frustrating and
200%. In your home, you can make a plan. Nightmare. You can make a plan at home, but however, I'm a caterer. I cannot present to my client or to my customer food that's not the proper grade.
What they've requested.
Correct. That's not worth your money. I cannot give you a cake which is still raw in the center, or for that matter, which is caved down the center, half cooked, or
or food that's ice cold.
Correct. Or ice cooked, or ice cold food, or and for those of us who do cook and who prepares meals, even a simple thing like making noodles, you can't make noodles with cold water.
Yeah.
And I'm using the basic of basic as noodles. You can't make noodles with cold water. It's got to be boiling water. So yeah, as a caterer, it's interesting
and food
times.
in your fridge. I don't know what you would call it in the catering business. Industrial fridges, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, that food going off.
Correct.
That must be a nightmare.
Correct. It was actually very heartbreaking to see the amount of wastage that we have, where we unfortunately didn't have backup generators. We don't have backup generators. We don't have solar power. So we had to go back to the basics, using dry ice, cooler boxes to salvage what we have.
That actually leads into the next question I was going to ask you.
Sure.
What creative solutions have you found in your business that have surprisingly worked to combat the issues that power cuts bring?
Sweetheart, we went back to the Stone Ages. So
yeah, cooler boxes.
correct. We used cooler boxes, normal cardboard boxes lined with polystyrene because they insulate, dry ice. And then we use something called biofuel. Biofuels, they're little, I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with it, but they're little fuel cells. It's very combustible, very, very combustible to keep food that's prepared warm and to keep it hot. Because nobody wants cold food to be delivered to them. Nobody wants to pick up cold food. So yeah, we had to go back to the basics. Polystyrene lined
You have to
boxes.
think outside the box.
literally.
Okay, great. Well, we have some questions that have come through on the WhatsApp line.
Sure.
And they're quite good questions.
Sure.
So the first one is, how would you manage customer expectations when it comes to delays because of power cuts? Like, how do you manage your customer and still deliver while knowing that you have this major issue with power cuts?
So it's very important for us. It's very important that we plan ahead. Hypothetically speaking, if we have a delivery or a pickup at 10 a.m., opposed to starting at 6 a.m., we would then start at 4 a.m.
Right.
So that would increase my man hours, my staff, and it would increase my work hours. However, in saying that, communication is key.
Right.
I could do all the legwork. If my customer and client doesn't know that, hi, Mrs. X or Mr. Y, I will be delivering to you half an hour late due to these power cuts. I'm sure, we've come across very nice customers, should I say, but we've also come across very difficult customers where power cuts were not their problems, which then we would have to refund. And it just takes a whole different turn. It takes a nastier turn. It actually reminds me of a time where we were shooting, we were catering for a set with Narusha Sadapal, and they were doing the short films, the KZN short films.
Yes.
I think it's a 24-hour films of 24-hour films.
48 hours.
48 hours, yes, 48 hours. I'm cutting the time down in half. The 48-hour films, and it was the dead of the morning. So it was a 3 a.m. call, and we had to do breakfast with no electricity. We are in an open field with no electricity. There's no backup generators. We literally had a breakfast braai. So that is, you've got to think
rolls.
correct. Boerewors rolls and enamel pots of tea and coffee.
I'm very familiar with those.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
It's you kind of have to be. It challenges you to be creative in your thinking.
Definitely.
And that, funnily enough, leads on to my next question. So I think our listeners were kind of aligned to
correct
to the issues that we all face.
Have you introduced alternative cooking methods to keep operations running?
So, as I said earlier, we went back to the basics. Cooking on wood, normal wood fires, coal fires, and gas. So it's your normal LP gas. We converted a whole lot of our machinery. So from our chip fryers and our stoves to, unfortunately, we couldn't do Kenwood chefs and macadam mixers into gas, but we've converted most of our stuff into gas to ensure that we have minimal downtime, so to speak.
Yes.
So that is what we've done. And then
so you're basically taking your catering business back to home style grandparents
Correct.
on the gas stove.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like brie cookies. I mean, I don't know. I remember as a kid, my grand would make these little cookies on an open fire, and only because the taste was so amazing and that kind of thing. So we had to go back to all of that, like brie brookies, and we had to be innovative in that way.
Yes, in a roundabout way, it kind of reconnects you with your heritage.
Correct. It reconnects you by force, not by choice.
Yeah. So that's actually amazing. You'd never think of something like that, but it's true.
Correct.
So how has dealing with load shedding made you more resilient as a business owner? What would you say about load shedding in terms of how you handle business and deal with it? And has it made you stronger, do you feel, to tackle certain issues?
Oh, definitely. It's made me a lot more resilient as a business owner. Especially as a female business owner.
Yes.
I think it's made me a lot more resilient, where I always have a contingency plan. There's always a plan A, B, and C. It's also made me stronger in the sense that I can lead my team knowing that we would come out victorious.
Yes.
Where we would make a plan. And I think for most women, we make a plan. It's what we kind of do. It's built in us.
Yes.
So yeah, it has definitely made me a lot more resilient as a business owner.
Yeah, 100%, because load shedding and owning a catering business, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen to
Correct.
stall operations of a business.
Correct. Like melting ice cream, milk going bad,
Yes.
lettuce going bad, organic tomatoes just deciding that it needs to become chutney without being cooked. So
yeah, it's not like you can unplug your laptop and go work from home.
No.
It's
And with a catering company,
yes,
as much as with us personally as a catering company, as much as we're contracted to, hypothetically speaking, you are reliant on me to deliver my best.
Yes.
Because that is what you are paying for. You are paying to host your guests, whether it's 1, 2, or 100 guests.
Yeah.
And it is my prerogative to do so. And during load shedding, it made it very difficult to live up to my end of the bargain.
Yes.
I had to become very innovative and very resilient. And thankfully, I had an amazing team supporting me to support my madness, like where we can bake a cake on an open fire. Guys.
Yeah, you have to have quite a resilient team as well,
Correct.
I imagine.
Correct.
All right. What advice would you have? I know this entire interview has been advice to other business owners, but what advice could you give them when they're dealing with the same thing, with power cuts, with load shedding, or just with barriers and roadblocks in general? What would you say to them?
Go with your gut. Your gut is generally something that you should go with. As a business owner, you never ever compromise on your quality.
Right.
Never compromise on your quality. And communicate. Communicate with your customer. Because at the end of the day, each customer that contacts you, they contact you for various reasons. 1, they trust you and your food. Number 2, they can't deliver what you need to deliver. That is why they're entrusting you with their meals. And have plan A, B, and C. Think on your feet.
Yeah.
Always think on your feet.
Always have a backup plan.
Correct. Always have a backup plan. When it comes to health and safety, when it comes to food preparation, maintaining a food standard and food quality, maintain those. There are days where it's going to be as hard as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But remember why you started that business. Remember why you said to yourself, I will get out of a rat race and run my own race, because it's your story.
Right. Yeah, that's some great advice for business owners. I'm sure a lot of them need to hear that.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much, Sarika. This has been such an informative and eye-opening interview. Thank you for coming to Underground Radio and sitting with me.
Thank you
been
very
great.
much, Keri. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much for having me.